100 million of them on the head of a pin, minuscule viral particles that have overturned the whole world. Everywhere we turn, trembling and turmoil, chaos and confusion. If someone had said to us in the seeming long days ago of 2019 that a time was coming soon of widespread anxiety, quarantine, unprecedented economic dislocations, isolation, loneliness, not being able to embrace friends or sometimes even family, elders dying with nobody to say goodbye. If someone had told us this last year, we would say, that's unbearable. I wouldn't be able to cope. I'd go nuts. I pull the covers over my head and try to sleep through it all. And yet we made it. We pulled through. We're still standing. How did we do it? How is it possible? We've all seen something about ourselves that we may never have seen before, or maybe we saw it only dimly. We've seen a strength, a resilience, a patience, and a courage that we might have never believed existed in us. Of course, we've all had troubles and sorrows and difficult times that required much strength, resilience, and patience and courage. But I think that except for those who have been through extreme, maybe unbearable suffering, we've never lived through a time of such endless difficulties. What have we learned that has been carrying us through? We have seen a within that we could call the soul or the spirit. We have learned, we have discovered that we can draw on those unseen strengths that are the source and the root of who we really are, our spiritual being. We've all had to look inside ourselves. I just want to remind you that the life-giving human spirit at its best can accomplish more than we could imagine. Think, for example, of the police officers and the firefighters, the doctors, the nurses, the other healthcare workers, all the essential people who have sacrificed and continue to sacrifice so selflessly. Think of all the good that you have done to help others during this upheaval. We all share that same soul, that same spirit, that same inner possibility. The soul cries out to us, go beyond saying impossible. Take your mind and your heart beyond what we so often say to ourselves, I can't. Know the energizing truth of I can. Affirm and embrace and rejoice even in your soul, your spirit, your sacred inner self. Remember these days as days of spiritual self-discovery, of learning about yourself in a really important and deep way. Affirm that light that is within yourself during this time of deep darkness. Affirm that inner compass that guides you through this wilderness into a land of learning to ever see yourself for who you really are. You are a powerful, powerful spirit, overflowing with every creative, positive possibility. Affirm and strengthen your heroic, valiant self. Please, please, give yourself that gift on this Rosh Hashanah.